Hello, and thank you for joining me, Rose Ward, Stampersdelight.com. Thank you for joining another One Sheet Wonder Wednesday. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. A few things before we get started. If you'd like to check out our apparel shop at Stampersdelightshop.com, you can get the mug crafty, classy, and a little bit sassy, or the Don't Bother Me, I'm Stamping. Plus, there are other mugs and stamping apparel, so check it out at Stampersdelightshop.com. This month, Donna Gray and I have the June Earthen Elegance One Sheet Wonder Club, and you will get at least 12 to 15, 16 ideas. Plus, you get product with that. All the links are below. We have our Designer Series special or sale going on, 15% off of selected Designer Series paper, so check that out. When you place an order with me for the month of June, you will also get a downloadable PDF and 2 card kits with the circle sayings. If you don't have that stamp set, then you can use whatever stamp set you have. Okay, that's free with any order. Also, I'll be announcing my July classes coming up soon. I'm going to have my Christmas in July. So the Fun Fold Club will be a Christmas one. And also I'm going to have my in-person and online, first time ever, Stamp-A-Stack Christmas in July. So watch for that in the next coming weeks. So let's get started. For One Sheet Wonder today, what I'm going to be using is the Designer Series paper from Gone Fishing. This looks like a map, probably a fishing map, but we're going to use it for something else today. I'm also using Next Destination stamp set on page 82. You're going to see some gems and some ribbon. I'm also going to be using the nested essential dies. They're standalone dies on 165, so don't overlook those. And you'll also see me use the timber embossing folder. So the first thing I'm going to do is bring in my paper trimmer, and we're going to do some cutting here. Whoop. Okay, so for this one, what I'm doing, each Wednesday I will feature a different One Sheet Wonder and how to cut the paper differently. So this one, we're going to go now, I'm going to make cards that are vertical or hot dog style. Okay, so the front, I want to make sure is going the right way. So I'm going to bring this in to 5 1/4. Oh, nope, I'm going to bring it into 5 inches, sorry. I'm going to bring this into 5 inches. Let me get this closed up here. I'm going to do 5 inches. And then I'm going to bring this one in at 5 inches. I have this nice strip left, which we'll be using. I'm going to turn that around, and I'm going to do all of these at 3 3/4. And now I have this piece left. And we're going to do the same thing with this one at 3 3/4. And 3 3/4. And again, I have another strip left, which we'll be using. So now I have all of my pieces cut except for these. And what I'm gonna use is the copper clay. I'm gonna be using Pebble Path and Boho Blue. I've already cut those up and I've already folded them. So the first one I'm gonna do is right here. And what I've done is I've taken the copper clay and I've got a piece of the Pebble Path, and that of course is the 4 by 5 1/4. That's why I cut these smaller. So I'm going to take one of these and my adhesive, I'm going to go ahead and adhere that right to the center. I'm going to bring in some of the In Color ribbon, and I'm going to put that right in the center here. I'm just going to wrap that, and then I'm going to cut it off. And I can go ahead, if I wanted to, I could lay that on my card base, but I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to bring in up pieces that I've already cut, and this is from those Nested Essential dies. This is the largest one. That's going to go right in the center. And then for the banner ones, and again, these are all the Nested Essentials, I'm going to stamp that. So I am going to grab one of those stamps, and this happens to be the backpack in the copper clay. I'm going to go ahead and stamp that right in the center. And now I can adhere that onto here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue this down. I'm going to put it right in the center. I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to grab some dimensionals, and I'm going to put those on my cardstock. Didn't want to come off. I'm going to flip that around, and I'm going to put that right in the center. Okay, now I need a strip, and I have lots of strips always cut out from when I'm cutting my card bases. I'm going to grab the Explore, Dream, and Discover. I'm going to stamp that right here. Take my paper snips, cut that off, and I'm going to put that right on the bottom here with the dimensionals. I'll put 3 on there just to keep it down. And now I can put my card front onto the base card. This one didn't want to. There it goes. Sometimes you have to help it along. I'm going to bring in a piece of Very Vanilla. I like the sentiments on this set, and one of the reasons I like this is because I think it'll make a great set to use for Scrapbook Sunday, especially if you're a hiker, you like to do walking. I'm going to grab Enjoy Your Next Adventure, and this could also be used for graduation cards. And I'm going to grab that backpack again. I'm just going to put that right there. Go ahead and glue that down. And I have my first card. I need some gems. So for this card, I am using the adhesive solid back ones, and those are in the In Colors. And just put those wherever I want. And there's my first card. And of course the envelope, let me just do one envelope to show you what I would do with this. I'm not going to do all the envelopes, but I would use that backpack again in the corner and then on the lip of my envelope. Okay. All right, let's go to the next one. And again, I'm using the copper clay, the pebbled path. I'm going to grab one of these, and I'm going to glue that down. Just like I did before. I'm going to take the same ribbon, but this time I'm going to change it up a little bit, and I'm going to put a little knot. on it. For me, this ribbon is a little too bulky for bows, so I like to tie the knots. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Facebook, give me a thumbs up, comment, and definitely share my videos. Let everybody know that you like watching me. It really does help us out as demonstrators. We'll go ahead and put that right there. For this one, I grabbed 2 of those banners from the Nested Essentials. And I have, let's see, let me grab these so I can show you. So I'm grabbing the largest one and then the next size. But you can just layer them however you want. I just think these go so well with this stamp set because they fit really nicely. And oh, you can see I did the card right here. So I'm going to bring that up for a minute. I'm going to use that same stamp, only this time I'm going to stamp right on the cardstock. And also, I'm going to take the smaller ones. I should have done this beforehand, and just stamp a few of these. Even though that has a background to it, I just like adding to it. There we go. Gives it a little bit more texture to it. We're going to grab that book or tour guide. We're going to stamp that on here. So you can stamp right on this paper. Again, I'm going to glue that down. Place that right in the center. Grab my dimensionals. And put those on the back of this. I'm going to lay that right here. Move that over a little bit and put that right there. Okay. For the inside, for this one, let's see, what did I use? I think I probably used that same one. Yep. Enjoy your next adventure. Ah, used the wrong stamp. That's okay. We'll just flip it over. And I love these glasses. I love this stamp. And that's what I would use for my, one of those I would use for my envelope. We're going to go ahead and glue that down. My last One Sheet Wonder, I cut the Designer Series paper larger so that I didn't have a back piece. But this one I changed up a little bit. Hopefully you saw that one last week. Let me know if you like the One Sheet Wonders. It was just something I thought of doing, and it seemed to be a real winner, so I'm going to try to keep doing it. And there I have my next card. Keeping with the same color, I'm going to grab another copper. I'm going to grab this, and I am going to layer that onto my card base. Then I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to take 2 of these pieces of ribbon, and I'm going to glue them this way. So I'm going to flip that over like this. I am going to cut this like that. Add a little glue here and there. Flip that like that. And now I have the ribbon going this way. I'm going to do the same thing at the other end. Let me just cut that piece off. It'd be easier. And I'm going to lay that down here. And I flip it over. Got to put the glue a little bit up further. So let's do that again. There we go. And this one I'll put right there. So now I have the ribbon going this way. I'm going to go right back over that ribbon so it stays down. Lay that on my card base. Now what I did, I grabbed two of the smaller rectangles and the largest one, and I am going to lay these two down like this, and like straighten my card out like that. I'm going to grab this one. I am going to grab that suitcase and camera, stamp that right there. I'm going to flip that over, grab my dimensionals again. These make great masculine cards also. I know we never do enough of those. I'm going to lay it right on this, just like that. I'm going to grab that "It's time to make memories," which I should have stamped first. Now I put this on a little crooked, so I'm just going to lift it up like that. There we go. Stamped right on that one. Grab an inside. And this one, I'm going to do the Explore. Grab that stamp again. And flip that one over. And there I have my next card, but I want to change up the gems this time. I'll go back to the other ones, I'm sure. And I am going to use these new sparkle gems just to add a little sparkle to it. So I'm going to take a large one and then a smaller one and just put that one right there. Card number 3. Okay, now I do have to clean these because I'm going to switch colors here. And I'm going to use the Pebble Path. So let me bring in my Stampin' Scrub. Do that real quick. You can keep all the same colors if you want. I just like to change it up a little bit. There we go. Let's do another one. This one I'm going to bring in the Pebbled Path. So that is my base. I'm going to layer that with a piece of Smoky Slate. I'm going to grab my Designer Series paper, lay that one down, and again I'm going to take the Pebble Path ribbon. Don't forget to post your cards on social media after watching my One Sheet Wonder and tag me, Stampersdelight.com or Stampersdelight. I'd love to see what you come up with. We'd love to share ideas. We'll go ahead and put that one on there. Now I have the larger die here. I'm going to go with the suitcase again and my Pebble Path. Stamp that right there. I'm going to use my dimensionals. I'm going to lay that right here. This one, let me just show you this one. This one I actually stamped on there again, and I forgot to do that. So, oh, let's do it now. Just do it very carefully. Stamp it off a couple times. Take those smaller ones and just add some. You can always add it on. This one is a little bit, I think I used the smoky slate, basic gray on this, but I like the pebble path. And then I'm going to take one of those strips. I'm going to take the Explore and Dream and Discover. And this one I'm actually going to cut this way. So I'm going to open that card up. And I am going to, first I'm going to grab these, put them down here. I change things as I go along. There'll be still shots on my blog, Stampersdelight.com. I'm going to lay that down, and then I'm going to flip this over, take my paper snips, and just cut that. Just like that. I am going to grab another insert. Let's see what I used on this one. Enjoy your next adventure, of course. You'll have a lot of cards all set and ready to go. What's your favorite new color? I always like to find out. If you have a comment or a question, don't forget to leave it. I will get back to everyone. So there's the inside. I'm going to bring in those sparkle gems again and use the darker ones. And there we have our fourth card. Okay, now my next card, again, I'm going to have to clean these because I'm going to switch the ink to the boho blue. Oop. Running out of room here. Okay. Let's move those out of the way. Let me make sure I stamp that off. Okay. So for this one, I chose the Pebble Path card base. And now I have the boho blue. And you can see I did two of these, not the largest, the two smaller ones. I'm going to take this. I'm going to grab my boho blue. This time I'm going to do this the right way. Stamp it off and just add some of those. Again, stamping it off. Grabbing some of those. So you see it adds a little texture to that paper. I'm going to grab the base, which is, of course, this piece, or the next layer, the 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to lay that right there. Now, instead of using ribbon, I'm going to take this piece. That was one of the extras we had, and I'm going to lay that down. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that right down across the middle here, and then just snip it off. I'm going to go ahead and put that on my Pebble Path base. I'm going to bring in these two, and I am actually going to stamp right on those. So with the boho blue, the larger one that I did, I'm going to put that. And then the Making Memories. Again, I have mine a little crooked, so I have to make sure I'm tilting that one side up a little bit rather than try to take that sticker off. I'm going to flip those over, add some dimensionals. Next week, I will have even a different way to cut. It's in my mind. It's in my mind, and I think it'll be a really cool one. We'll see what happens when I start doing it. Please definitely share my videos, though. I'm at 10,800 subscribers to YouTube. I'd like to get to 11,000. I'm going to put that right there. Then I'm going to bring in, now remember, this is Boho Blue, the new ink colors. These are the 2022-2024 ink colors, but I think it goes so nice. Now, I am a big rhinestone fan, as you well know. So I'm going to put rhinestones or pearls on those glasses. And then I'm going to add a couple more here, just like that. I'm going to grab the inside. And the Explore, Dream, and Discover. Don't overlook this set. It is a great set. And then we'll use this one right here. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and put that inside. And there's card number 5. Moving right along, sticking with the Boho Blue. I have a Boho Blue base. I have a smoky slate. And I have the larger die here. So I'm going to take this paper. And again, just add some of that, some texture. I'm going to glue that right on top. I'm going to take that other strip we have. I'm going to do the same thing in the middle. Just trim that off. That's going to go on my card base. Now for this one, I'm going to use the backpack in the Boho Blue. I'm also going to use the Enjoy Your Next Adventure. And I'm going to put that full strength right there. And then with dimensionals, the one thing I love about doing the One Sheet Wonder is you come up with so many cards, and then you have them ready to go when you need one. And we're going to put that one right there. I'm going to bring in those pearls again and just add some of those. I'm going to grab that Time to Make New Memories. Again, I want to remember, see how it goes down a little bit. I have to remember to tilt that one up. And we'll use the backpack. So there's card number 6. Let me move these out of my way. And I will have still shots on my blog, Stampersdelight.com. And let's move on to the smaller pieces. Now I have this piece to use. So since I have the blue, the Boho Blue, we'll do this one first. I've already taken my smoky slate and I've used that timber embossing folder, and I have the medium size one here. Now for this, I'm going to cut this. So this is going to go right onto my cardstock here. So I'm going to do this at 3 3/4. That's actually going to go right on here. And then I'm going to take another piece of boho blue. I don't have any scraps. Usually I have scraps, and that's what I would use. However wide you make that, you want to just have a little bit of an outline. So I'm just going to put that right up in the corner. I'm not really measuring it, although this was 3 3/4. I'm just going to add that little bit right there. Bring in my paper trimmer. Do it this way. I'll do it this way, closer. And I'm just going to cut that. Just going to have a little bit of that blue showing. So if I was to measure the blue, it's just shy of either a little over the 3 3/4 or a little shy of 4 inches. That's going to go right up here. I'm going to bring in my boho blue ribbon. Tie a knot. Flip that over. You can flatten that knot out by making it tighter. Just enough to hold it in place. I'm going to glue that all the way down. Put that on my card base. Then I'm going to take this piece. I want it going this way. I'm going to take those glasses again in the boho blue. I'm going to do it real dark. Then I'm going to grab that book, stamp it off a couple times, and just make a little texture here. Okay. I'm going to add that right up here, like this. I'm going to take another strip. This one I want a little wider, so I have this scrap paper. I'm going to use this one because I want the Enjoy Your Next Adventure on this one. And I'm just going to stamp that on there and then cut that off. So this piece would be about 3 inches. And then I'm going to cut that. I'm just using scrap pieces for this. There we go. So this is about a 1 inch by 3 inch. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to layer that down here. I don't have specific measurements for that because I'm just using my scraps and layering. I'll do the same thing, take that off, flip that around. Just want a little bit of the blue showing with my dimensionals. I'm going to add them here. I'm going to put that right there. Now for this one, I'm actually going to be mixing up my gems. Oh, that one was over there. Because I want some rhinestones on here. So I'm going to take those small silver ones and add those to my glasses. Nothing wrong with mixing and matching. I'm going to go back to my in color ones and add the blue. Maybe a tiny one right here. Enjoy your next adventure. So let's do the explore again. And grabbing this one. And add that. It's my card. There you go. All right. So you end up with 9 cards. Now I'm going to go back to cleaning because I'm going back to another color now. I'm going back to the copper clay. If you line it up correctly, you can do all in one color so you don't have to keep switching. But sometimes I'm not sure what color I want to use until I start stamping. Close that up. And go back to the copper clay. Copper clay is becoming one of my favorites. Okay. I'm going to bring this one in. And you can see I've already done this. So there's the background with the timber. Here is my die cut. And this one again, I'm going to cut 3 3/4. I'm going to bring in a piece of my copper clay, do the same thing. Again, not really measuring, but just a hair, as I call it, a hair above that. You just want a little bit of that to show. You know what? Let's see if I can lift that up. I think I want pebbled path under there. I'm going to lift that up. I'm changing it. It's okay. It's okay to change. Change is good sometimes. Let's do the pebbled path. And I'm going to slice that off. I'm going to cut that off. I can see that that piece is going to be a little too big, so I'm going to just cut it a hair. If you're good with scissors, go for it. I am not. So now I have this piece, and that'll go right in the center. I like the timber embossing folder with this because this is an outdoorsy set. I'm going to go ahead and layer that right on there. Take this one, my copper clay, my glasses, and I'm going to put this just at a little bit of an angle. I'm going to grab the Time to Make Memories, stamp right on there. Right in the center, and then I'm going to grab the sparkly gems. I'm going to grab those champagne color looking ones for my glasses, and then I'll add a couple more here. There we go. Grab grab an insert. And I want the adventure. Enjoy your adventure. You can tell I love this glass. The glass is on here. And that's going to be my inside. Don't forget there's a new starter kit where you can get $155 of product you want for $99, free shipping and all your business supplies. If you join my team, you also get my team Facebook page. You get access to the Stampin' Up! Website, my team chats, and I'd love to have you on my team. And I do one-on-one coaching if you decide that you want to take this to the next level and do this as a business. I will help you every step of the way. So there is the next card. And we have one more. We have one more piece here. So let's move that out of the way and bring that in. And again, I've got that embossed image. I've already got these cut. Need to be trimmed though. Way too long. I wonder if, hey, maybe we'll do it this way. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with opening it that way. Let's do it a little bit different. So in order to do that, I'm going to change it up. Okay, so I'm going to glue this down. See, I just changed my mind. This needs to be trimmed. Okay, I'm gonna try it with the scissors. I just need a little sliver. Not too bad. I'm gonna go ahead and glue that right down. Like this. I'm gonna take that copper clay and I'm gonna lay a piece of ribbon around this way. I'm going to have this card going this way. That's going to go right on top of there. This is going to be with the suitcase. And I don't think the suitcase will fit this way. Oh, yes, it will. So I think, yeah, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and glue and stamp that right there. Time for making memories. Right there. Grab some dimensionals. So we ended up with 9 cards from that one piece. Now the one I did last week, I think we ended up doing 12, but each week will be a little different depending on the way I cut the designer series paper. You might even be able to get more than last week's. There we go. Again, bringing in those gems. You can tell I really like these. I'm just going to add a little bit to this. And now for the inside. Enjoy your next adventure. This time I'm going to use the little guidebook. And there you have card number 9. All these different cards that I got to do with this stamp set and that one sheet of paper. Now I'm going to bring in some others, and you might see that they're a little bit different. They were the ones that I did first. So this one, you can see I did opposite. Let's see what else we have here. So again, I did 9 cards. I'm going to bring in the others that I did before this using that paper. So there's one. There's another one. We got these 2. I didn't put the rhinestones on there. We got these 2. And look at all these cards. Now this is, so actually I've got 18 cards now because I used 2 sheets. Those are basically the same. There we go. And whoop, there's the other one right here. I hope you enjoyed this week's One Sheet Wonder, and I hope to be back next Wednesday with another one for you. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, sign up for my classes, and follow me on Facebook. Leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, and share my videos. And if you make cards that we've just done, definitely tag me, Stampersdelight. Okay, until next time, keep on stamping, Stampers. Bye.